Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. So now we have an updated autopsy report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April Way... April Way? Really? Wow. Can't even talk. Miss April May take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. I know I'm not the only one that caught the jiggle. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? Mm-hmm. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Yes, please do, so I can tear you to shreds. And cross-examine you as well. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. What? But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy wink. How could you see her slump? Well, Your Honor? I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. My foot. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Told you he was a dick. Bite me, Edgeworth. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Damn right I will. I'll gladly proceed with cross-examination. It's only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin with your cross-examination. Like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Let's press her. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, jiggled. You jiggled. And then looked out the window. Okay, so she was flashing people downtown. That's, whatever. You had a feeling. Of course you did. You were flashing people. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Uh-oh, she's going nuts. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey? Uh-huh. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? One attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? It was the defendant. Huh? Well, you know. She had a good girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. I question it. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless, and about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Good point. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Sorry about that. I had to mute the mic for a minute. Was talking to Sweetie. Anyway, you can see what just happened. Phoenix proved her testimony was a bit sketchy, and she retested. Now, in this new testimony, there's one big flaw. Can you guys catch it? I'm going to point it out, but let's see. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Then she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuary clock. The Thinker, I think. Let's see. How would she know it's a clock? Everyone else keeps calling it a statue. Objection! Miss May, what you said just now is quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called us a clock, too. He was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, Edgeworth. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. Will you withdraw your question, Mr. Wright? No. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Oh, what? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. Did you know that was... How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law office of Fayeco? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room. Oh, right. Law office of Fayeco, where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Not this clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Hell no. No, Your Honor. I can give up now. Not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, I'm doing a playthrough of Phoenix Wright. Members of the court, it is inconceivable, but the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing the clockwork. It's clockwork. How could you possibly... Just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. 3, 2, 1, explosion. Well, Miss May? What are you going to come back with this, Edgeworth? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock worked? Yeah, I can. Oh, impossible, of course. No, it isn't. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is this. Because... there you go, it isn't talking right now. She took the clock out to put papers in it. So, we present the phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. What's the matter, Edgeworth? Looks like you're losing it a little bit. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Poor Gumshoe. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness had even arrived at her hotel. I love it when they crack. Well, Miss Fay, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. I forget. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objectives, Mr. Wright? Yes! It's not sold, it was made. The witness claimed she had made it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. The thinker itself. It's made by Larry Butts. Simple. The clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh, here she goes. Gosh, she's going Super Saiyan. Oh man, is she pissed. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it! And she did die for it. Die! That's being a little extreme, isn't it? Then again, look at that face. Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now, this is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Ah! Oh. Oh. Yes, you're a host. Silly me, grunt. Did I, lose it? Yeah. I guess I did. Tee-hee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. This is familiar territory. Audie sees the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. Objection! Tisk, tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright. You were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way! Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you just made a serious accusation to a purposely innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait, Your Honor, I figured it out. There is another way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Wiretap. Have a look at this. Oh, that! I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yeah. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon of a clock is the phone again. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? I... Objection! Wait, I didn't need to repeat that. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. She's gonna kill somebody. Oh God, she's going nuts. Hit the deck! Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! Silence in the court. It's not fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Oh, great, now she's crying. She's using fake tears attack. That did it! The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edric wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Oh, does the defense have anything to say? Seeing as how that wasn't the question asked. Well, come on, think of something. We could either call the bellboy as a witness, or continuing examining Miss May. If we call the bellboy, he'll probably he's gonna, of course, tell us his story, but we also might be able to get something out of him. Or we could continue examining Miss May. Now, who wouldn't want to examine her? I mean, cross-examine, of course. So, let's try it. Right, on with the cross-examination. Oh, screw you, Edgeworth. What exactly have you left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes, but that bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be on the end, but I'm out of evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edward, prosecution of any other witnesses to call? None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means... Why is guilty? Wait! Your Honor! Okay, so I should have said the bellboy at first. Yes, Mr. Wright, the defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Either way, you're going to call the bellboy. Tisk, tisk, tisk. The bellboy's dead. I mean, out of town. Or some stupid shit like that. Let's see. As I thought. Hmm? May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi proved to be solid, then by default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Edgeworth. He's got me backed into a corner. But I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. He even came with his damn tray. He's gonna serve the court tea. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. My mouse over. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Alright, here we go. Miss May's room service. Sorry, I had to scratch my eye. Rub my eye, rather, not scratch. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, mine'll be finished. Alright. Yeah, we know who you are. There's no point in pressing that. I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Okay. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. Uh-huh. And the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. Why at 9 on the dot? 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with a, embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This really is now my last chance. What do I ask him about? Alright. Now, if I botch this, I think it goes to game over and I have to restart from a checkpoint, which I believe is the start of this testimony. So, Let's go over this. If we ask him about check-in, he says he remembers her from when he checked her in his cells and remembers her. Room service? Why would we ask him about making the bed? What the hell? Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making? A new low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, the witness will answer the defense question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for 2, of course, but they're quite light, you see. Bingo! I see. Thank you. Pillows for 2? Bellboy, what did you just say? Eh? Ah, yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object! That was objectionable! Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You sneaky son of a bitch! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defensive argument. Excuse me. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned. Whew, we survived the court. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. May testimony. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued. We've reached another checkpoint. Doing pretty good so far. Alright. December 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hey, crazy bitch. Hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dang place as this. It's really quite moving. Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die! God, that's scary. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what does he wish to ask of me then, For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Good question. Alright, first we'll examine. No, we're gonna go to talk. Let's see if we can get her to tell us about that man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Could you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. How about the wiretap? Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep! This woman is impossible to talk to. Your attitude. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Ooh, that does it! Bottom beatings, come sucking lawyer! Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Trying to remember if I show her anything. I don't think we have to present her with any evidence. But let's find out. What the hell? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Alright, it wasn't that. Actually, I think it's the floor plan. No, it wasn't. Well, since I'm just trying random stuff, how about the wiretap? Nope. Alright, let's move. I guess the Gatewater Hotel. September 7, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. The bellboy again. Oh, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will be swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We could charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Let's talk to him. Talk to me about Miss May. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think most professional person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. What danger do you do? Or encounter? A broken teacup? There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. Photo, How about the hotel? Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Okay, unfortunately, don't have anything. He doesn't tell us anything just yet. And there's really nothing we can present, so we have to go to the only other place. The law offices. Hello, what's that on the corner of the desk? Huh. Looks like the Grossbird is at it today. Again, maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. And look, the picture's gone. Let's do some examining. First, here on the desk. What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident, Exhibit A. And DL6 Incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. A. Who's that? I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps tomorrow I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo, and it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. So we found a random photograph of some woman. Have no idea who she is. Let's check the other one. And there's our murderer, if you remember from the opening. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took? Swap photos. Yes. Because we want that one. Next, we're going to examine the empty spot on the wall. Wait a second. There's a giant painting hanging on the wall. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall? Yeah, a painting of fisherman. Wasn't it? It was a very memorable painting anyhow. I don't think it matters what you choose here, but I know it wasn't Fatso, so we'll go with Fisherman again. Alright, now that we have that photo, if you remember, the bellboy said if we had a photo, he could probably identify him. So we're going back to the hotel. And we're going to show him... Sorry. We're going to show him photo of Bozo here. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Have him write it. Well, sure. Why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I shall be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Now we have the bellboy's affidavit. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. That's our clue to go back to the detention center. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. Yeah, it is, bitch. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Start talking, woman. Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. What's the matter? Where did you... Aha, reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, no, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof it was him? Proof? Yeah, proof. Show me some proof. I'm so close. Now, of course, we show her the bellboy's affidavit. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. He told us everything he saw. He told us about the man you checked in with. He told us who he was. Now I'm getting somewhere. Well, do we ease your fears or push her hard? We've had to play hardball up to this point to get her to talk, so let's keep pushing. This is it, all or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this photo to the press. What? Even though he should be a witness to murder, this man is in hiding. I'm sure the press would have a field day with this reputation. With his reputation. Ooh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man. He's my boss. Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp. Wright. Jeez, great name. Red, white, and blue. Isn't that what Mia said before she died? White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call them a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder. Excuse me. I'm drinking tea as I do this. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. What? It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. White at last! Finally, a lead on this guy. If April A couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Discarded the bellboy's affidavit. No. Now we just talk. Or not. What the hell? Do we have another place to move? Yeah. Okay. Second there, I wasn't sure if there was another dialogue scene. Hey, look at that! It's the painting. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the... Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right. I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporation expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordly challenged. What a fruitcake! Well said. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Let's do some talking here. Tell me about Miss May, bucko. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. When she is done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. My ass. It is inevitable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you Sorry. In the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. If you insist. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. Blue Corp. What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. Really? Gee, I never would have figured that out on my own. I, Red White of Blue Corp, it's as a founder and CEO, named it so. And why, do you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. It's why my hair is blue. Well, it's actually more of lavender, you see. But it matches this pink coat. Fantabulistic, is it not? How about that painting? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? Besides your... Never mind. That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada! Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grotty Burger. Grotty Burger? What? Oof. The hell just happened? He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, do what you will do, eh? Charge me with assault. Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exhibition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your composition. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle! There is nothing more to discuss. Well, unfortunately, he's right. And as he said, we gotta go back to Grossberg. And this time, Grossberg is here. Alright, Fatso, speak. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem! Jumpin' Jehoshaphat's! Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Today's trial. So, you came to the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me about last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I could have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. Why'd you refuse then? I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. Mr. White. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh? Oh, I see. Mr. Crossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh? What is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... that big painting. Mr. Crossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it, today. It was in the CEO's office of Blue Corp, at Blue Court. Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Crossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He's blackmailing you. Your lovers! Oh, I should have clicked that. I moved too soon on that one. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I'll take that as a yes. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest, so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate? What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. Holy shit. All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. While White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard to me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. What in the hell is the DL6 incident? What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than a sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Fay. Fay! Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. Huh. Interesting. Why is he blackmailing you? But why are you being blackmailed over this, Mr. Crossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It is embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Really? Well, we're gonna head right over there then. It's funny, looking at this room it seems normal. It's hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. So, first thing we're going to start with is the bookshelf. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? We're looking for DL6. Well, let's try T to Z. Look for White. W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Well, that's weird. Let's check again. So now we're gonna look for DL6. Misty Faye, that's me and Miles' mother. Should I take a look? Read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the ESP that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of 2 men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops here. So Mia knew Grossberg. That makes sense. And finally, Jada asks. I don't think there's gonna be anything here, but I don't remember. Yeah. It's him. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved with these suicides. White drove them all to... I could use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. And we get ourselves a newspaper clipping. Alright. Let's check the phone here. I don't think there's anything else. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing is missing is Mia. What's down here? Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. The sky is blue and so am I. Well, we said that before. Okay. I think that's all we can get here. No, not Blue Corp! Whoa, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself. But it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull, so stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Now we'll talk to him about new things. I think we're past needing to talk about April-May. I've got to put this guy in the spot, and quick. What's the matter? You seem distressed. Alright. Blackmail. There's no point in asking someone this crook and straight question. I need some evidence that I can use as ammo. Drugs stuck to my face? Ah, yes. There's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It is okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I would not think less of you. Night of the murder. This guy's a pro at pulling wool over people's eyes. Stop that! Your hot gaze is giving me goosebumps! Okay, hang on. Let's try this. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it you hope that you should be doing right now? doing now? Investigating me? No, 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 I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? I shall be doing what I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Beep. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course. One moment, please. White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quiet, dude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man! What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those... Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and Miss Mia will be and you will be tried as Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local Lawyers Association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! White, right, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human into being in the custody. As I drop my cup. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right, Mr. Wright. Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Just cheer me on in court. Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean, like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait, what? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's really good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the court tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. It's the beginning of a new century, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put into initial trial effect. Almost all finishing in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the Defiance chair myself. Tomorrow, the true culprit will appear as a witness. This is it. It's me or him. To be continued. Wow. It's getting good. So we'll go ahead and save. And that's going to do it for right now. Tune in tomorrow to see the ending of this one. Tomorrow or later today to see the end of this episode, and if tomorrow the start of case 3. See you around.